a 12th fret on a guitar. How do I know if I need to file this down and recrown it, or if I have to hammer it back down into the wood? Now in this case, I already went ahead with a thickness gauge, which is a very thin gauge in this case, and I've determined that the fret is not in full contact with the wood, because you can see that the gauge can fit comfortably underneath the fret, meaning that there is not a complete contact in here. If I were to test the same thing at the center, where I have no rocking at all, you can see that the gauge does not want to go in, okay? So, if I were to file this first, instead of hammering back down, it would still be kind of loose and not in contact, and it could keep moving over time, and you would also have sort of a dead spot. So I first had to hammer it back down, bring it to level with the rest of the frets, and hopefully that would be the last step of the procedure. If I were to have the same issue at the center, this were to be the tall spot where the gauge does not want to go in, I wouldn't need to file it, but that's not the case here on this end, okay? If there is rocking and the gauge goes underneath the fret, you have a detached fret, and you need to hammer it back down first before doing any sort of filing.